it's Keisha, and today I'm here to review Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. As most of my reviews go, I will kind of give a brief synopsis on this book and then jump into a spoiler section where I discuss my thoughts, opinions, feels, the whole 9 yards. So yeah, let's get started. So Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. I honestly had no clue what this was about when I started it, but I definitely did not expect what I got, and I did not expect to love it as much as I did. As you can see, this book has won quite a few awards. However, the synopsis and the summaries that I've heard from it were kind of vague, and I understand why. So, sorry, but I'm going to kind of give you a vague summary because I think that if you're going to read this book, you really just need to jump into it without knowing much about it. I feel like that's how you're going to get the best reading experience. Main character, Aristotle. Aristotle is kind of a lonely boy. He doesn't have a lot of friends. However, he's kind of okay with that. His parents just worried about him. One day he's at the swimming pool and he meets Dante. And him and Dante together basically start at the age of 15. This book progresses over several years. And they basically just discover teenage years. It's a very coming of age book. It is set during the 80s, so it's a kind of a very different time period. Especially with the issues that they deal with in this book, you kind of get a different sense of it by them growing up in a different time period. That's all that I'm going to say about it. I really highly suggest you pick it up, and if you have not read this, leave now because I'm going to discuss the spoilers. About a fourth into the book, I did expect this to be a book about finding your sexuality. I did expect them to end up together in the end. Those were all expectations for me. However, I thought that it was very beautifully done the way that they did it. It wasn't just, oh, we're gay, now we're going to be together. I feel that this book did a very good job as exploring a young person's sexuality, as them trying to kiss other girls and figure out if, you know, these feelings that they're having, if they're, you know, if that's what they're actually experiencing, if they're actually gay, or if they're just friends and they're straight and they want to kiss other girls. And I really enjoy how they really got into that experimentation part into this, because I feel like a lot of books that I read that deal with sexuality, it's very much, I'm confident, I'm gay, and this is how I'm dealing with it. It doesn't really address those subtle issues where maybe they weren't sure, or maybe in Aristotle's point of view where he thinks he knows, he has these feelings for Dante's, but he's ashamed because that's not the way the world works. And especially when this book's set in the 80s, you know, these days, sexuality, although in some circles it is still frowned against, it's a much more accepted thing. However, in the 80s, that was maybe not the case as much. So I really enjoyed how his parents are the one that brought it to him and said, we understand that you love him. You need to accept yourself. It wasn't him begging for acceptance. Like Dante was really worried about his parents accepting him, and he was begging for acceptance. His parents came to Aristotle and said, you really just need to accept the person that you are. We're going to love you for it. You need to accept your feelings because you have this person who loves you very much, and you love him too. And you may really do, as much as it broke my heart when Dante got jumped and hospitalized for being caught kissing a boy. I thought that was very true to what people of the homosexuality, you know, they deal with. They have to deal with, you know, this prejudice, and especially, you know, even today, they have to deal with somebody being physical with them because of who they love or how they express their love. And I thought that it was very well done in comparison to, you know, just being bullied verbally. He was, you know, jumped, and the way that Aristotle reacted completely, I mean, I was crying because he was so passionate about it, and he found, you know, he wanted to protect Dante, and I thought that this writing is just so gorgeous. And what I really enjoy about this book is I feel like there's not even a plot. I feel like it is just a story that is being told about a life. And sometimes, you know, lives happen and they evolve, and these boys, their lives evolve and their emotions evolve, and they kind of have to navigate being a teenager and navigate high school with having, you know, being different without even realizing that they're different. And I really thought this book was very beautifully written, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I really don't know what else to say about it besides that I just couldn't imagine this book being written any differently. I can't imagine anything else being changed in it because it was so beautiful and it was so poignant, and I feel like they just really just knocked being a teenager on the head, and especially a teenager that's dealing with finding out their sexuality and discovering who they really are. So yes, 5 out of 5 stars. Yeah, that's all that I got for you guys today, and I will see you with another video on Wednesday. Goodbye!